Hello everyone, and welcome back once again to Crime Scene Cleaner. We are now halfway through what is effectively Season 2 of this series, and I actually don't know what the next level is, so we'll have to check
Daddy's
again.
working for a mob boss, but you're still a good boy.
Always and forever, even if we're a broken, demented ghost to our former self. You know, one thing I've always been interested to see is what the home life would be like once our daughter does get back. We don't get to see that here, but I think the developer has said that they're intending on adding more levels at some point. That'll probably be a paid DLC, but I'm certainly interested to see it when it does come around. That'll be a fair with death. Oh, that's that big ol' house with a pool up in the mountains. Yeah, I had forgotten about that one. That's a pretty big job.
It'll be a long night. Even your own home can turn into a trap if you're not careful enough. Get out while you still can.
Well, the anxiety there is certainly clear. Ooh. We're starting in the bathroom. Actually, starting in a pool of blood. That's certainly something we've not done before. In fact, we don't even have... Did I seriously unlock the truck, the pizza truck, and then not even have it next to me? Look at this. Well, maybe that's the point. Maybe in order to sell the fear of all this being brought back into our home, this has to become our home. Okay, let's get started then. As long as we've got a bucket, we've got a way. We might as well do our detergents now. You have no idea how much this one simple change kind of throws everything I usually do on its head. I mean, I'm so used to having the truck here and kind of working my way out from there. There we are. Melt that blood away. Kowalski's an expert after all. Now that room is done. Well, let's see what horrifying reality is on the other side. Nothing. We are locked in. We are stuck in the bathroom. But hey, look. This is one of those chests from the Hunger Games at the museum. The door handle. It's like all this is a game. And one I am all too happy to play. You know, on account of the fact that this is a game. Literally, it is a game. Look at that. Keypads on gates. This place will have been transformed into a maze, almost like portal test chambers. I guess thus furthering the idea that this has all become something of a game to us. And maybe one like we feel is going to throw some curveballs towards the end. That no matter how good we get, there's always some unexpected thing to come from the side. Well, it makes sense, because our whole job is watching people who are much more part of the game than we were, losing it badly when they never thought they could. I mean, if anything, our relative obscurity in the organization is what saves us. Oh, it's just all carpet all the time around here. I just realized that TV is still sitting on, displaying an image of a star. I wonder if that's relevant to anything. This is gonna sound kind of weird and random, but indulge me because I always struggle for things to talk about in these videos, and, well, this is something to talk about. I had a dream a couple weeks ago where I was at this nightclub type thing, and the whole gimmick of this place was that the waiters, the bartenders, all the staff would just kind of beef with each other throughout the night. It was a really strange premise, but bear with me. Like, you know, it would start with, like, you know, maybe a server and a busboy would be walking around and you just see them, like, kind of sneer at each other. And then later on, one of them might make some snide comment about the other. And then even an hour later, they might start, like, getting into a shouting match or something. To the point where it would escalate to, like, throwing glasses and breaking stuff, even, like, tossing a chair across the room. And it would freak out every patron every time, and just every group of staff members was doing this. So eventually, it almost seems like they're all, like, on the brink of rioting. And meanwhile, all the restaurant patrons are just sitting around like, what is going on? And meanwhile, I'm just sitting there trying to enjoy the nightlife and dodge flying glasses. And after a while, I get, like, invited by one of the staff members. They're like, hey, come with me. And I'm like, me? Why me? And they bring me to this back room where there's, like, a bunch of, like... Keep in mind, like, the look of this place is almost like a John Wick-style nightclub. It's dark, but with, like, neon and stuff. It feels like one of those kind of high-end establishments. Squeaky deek. I go in there, there's a bunch of guys in suits, and one of them, like, reveals himself to be the manager. And he's like, you gotta help me, man. Nobody knows that it's a bit. And I'm like, what? And it's like, yeah, the whole gimmick of this place is that the staff members, like, fight each other and you get to enjoy the feuds that develop. But, like, everybody's just freaking out. They think it's a hostile place and they're leaving en masse. You gotta help us. You gotta help them realize that this is all for show. And I was like, I don't know what you want me to do about this. And the whole time, like, when I woke up, I was thinking, this feels like an I think you should leave sketch.
What?
Content creators party. All my friends are going.
They can all go to hell, but you can't. Get back to your room and work on getting your math grades up.
I'm not a kid anymore. You can't just lock me in my room.
As long as you're under my roof, I make the rules.
Was all of this on camera? Oh no. We've got to put in the right sequence. Well, we already know what and how, it's just annoying how. Still find you in just the same place. This is one of the few times we've seen daylight in this game, huh? Well, at least the pool isn't filled with blood. But once more, everything is reduced to a game. Look forward to seeing how this story unfolds. We need... Oh, we can just manually hack it. Cool.
Screw this.
We don't know what the thing is.
Damn. Fuck.
We don't know what the code is. Stop.
Take it easy, Kowalski.
Does it have to do with this, maybe? White, red, blue, green. Oh god, we've got to count them, haven't we? You know what? You know how we can make this easier? We can literally get our ducks in a row. 5. Does anybody remember Lucky Duck? This game where, like, all these ducks just kind of, like, move around on a track, and I don't remember exactly how it works, but, like, they move around on a track and you have to do something with the ducks. I don't know, there was a period when I was, like, 5 years old that I was obsessed with it. Anyway, that's 6 white ducks. Next would be red. So how many red ducks have we got? 1, 2, 3. Next up would be blue ducks, of which we have 1. I hope they're not going to be in like the cupboards or anything. 1, 2, 3 between the seats. So 6, 3, 3. And finally green. So 1, 2, 3. Oh, and 4. There you are. 6, 3, 3, 4. No, there's got to be another red one or blue one around here somewhere, right? Fuck no. So what is it then?
Stupid machine.
Oh, I see. Well, maybe we even need to put them in there. I hadn't even seen the baskets. But we know that it's not that, so look, what if we just... But look, that camera that was placed in front of them, that's what I'm thinking about. It's almost like even that whole scene was for entertainment. And I think the idea of like the gamification of just about everything is going to be the major theme in this one. Wait, first one's 7. First one is 7. Which likely means that there's another white duck around somewhere. Okay, so the last 2 are right, but that means there's still a couple of ducks somewhere. There's still a red and a white duck somewhere. And I have no idea where they would have gone. Alright, well, we're through now.
So much blood. I'm seeing red now.
Honestly, sometimes I forget you still comment, but... we're still doing this, and we likely will be for quite a while. I mean, we're only in the upper level. Well, maybe there's something in the next room that can help us? Whatever it was, certainly didn't help whoever was here before. Oddly enough, there's a real lack of bodies for all this blood. But there's a TV in here, too, a pink heart. So I guess that means we've already unlocked what would be equivalent to the yellow star. Hey there! Puzzle key 01. Which means there's more out there. Okay, this is definitely a bit of a unique one. Far more puzzle than anything we've yet done. I have to say, I'm kind of digging it. Okay, let's be very careful here. I don't know, shouldn't sponge work better on wallpaper? Maybe it does. We gotta be careful. Sometimes we can get that residual clean with a mop on an object that would otherwise be completely broken by it. Just grab the corner. Pick up the pieces like we always do.
I take you as my piece of trash.
What? Oh, they're being led around the corner with that one.
First things first. Gotta scrub, scrub, scrub.
Let's industrialize the process a little bit. Select 1 detergent, 2 buckets. And here we go. Wooden carpets. That's what we need to optimize for in this moment. And bring things forward as we need them. You know, it's cool. They're exploring different ideas that maybe would have been considered inappropriate or distracting in the main game. Like having last episode be a fully dedicated horror part, and this one, a puzzle game. Actually, less so just a puzzle game. I would more specifically call it an escape room. Which, like, oddly enough, is kind of suited to this style. I mean, after all, one of the main appeals of the base game was the fact that you weren't just cleaning. The stealing mechanic made it so that you were always scrounging, always trying to uncover secrets. And so this is just kind of an extension of that. Everything we've done here has just been an extension of something else that was already present in the game. It almost seems like this whole DLC is a collection of ideas that were considered but scrapped for the base. Let's get you out of there. So I'm starting to see where we're going with this. The parts of the code will be revealed in different sections of the wall. So the last 2 digits are going to be 0, 1. And as for you, we use the puzzle key. And get that. There it is! There's our car! This place is turned from a private home to a resort. In other words, someplace far more commercial. Hey, there's the next part of the code. We're meant to see it from there. That is clever. Alright, so it's 2 something 1 or no 0 1 2 something 0 1, and we can, yeah, I can barely see it. 2 5 0 1 maybe. Let's try it.
Key.
But we need to get the other key first. We saw it through the window. There it is. Let's try it. This is cool. Come on. 2 5 0 1. Perfect.
Easy peasy.
Well, I don't know about peasy. It was at least easy. You can go over the edge for now. But what is the deal with these TVs? Remember, we haven't removed a single body yet, but it's telling us only 1. Now, we've seen the number of bodies change throughout a level, but it seems like the only one here is the one that eluded us the first time around. And look at that. It's like someone crawled along the wall in order to pass along this message. I've said it before, but the music in this is so creepy. It's a type of music, I don't know if there's a name for this. Maybe somebody who is more versed in music genres can help me out. But this kind of thing that is just low-level dreadful is the word I keep using. The kind of thing that unnerves, but it's not quite scary. That's what I'm struggling with. It's like, it does induce a sort of fear, but more like a sense of impending doom, I guess. Or a feeling that something is already irrevocably wrong. Where do you go, sir? All 3 of you? Up on the downlit pedestals. Yes, once we find all of you, we can probably put this back and open a door.
Looks like I'm on a key hunt. These doors won't open themselves.
They will not. We gotta take it piece by piece. A green diamond. Okay, let's bring out the UV light, because I do find that makes it a little bit more satisfying, but also a lot more clear on carpet how much we've actually removed. You don't want to leave anything. Okay, this one is actually not an elephant, but a bull. So either there's an order to this, or no, we need something different. Well, the bull probably still goes back somewhere. I am juggling so many series right now, aren't I? It's gotten to the point of ridiculousness. I mean, look, we've got this. I wanted Sinister Halloween to be something like this, where, you know, I'll double upload if I need to. But I just had to throw it by the wayside because there's Crime Scene Cleaner, there's Off. Right now, Five Nights at Freddy's is airing as like the sort of main series. Meanwhile, there's also the Creepy Comfy Creative World. And on top of all of that, Stalker 2, which has just kind of been like hovering over me for months. Although at the time of this recording, that is about to conclude.
I'm not a garbage man. I'm a trash collector.
I've always loved that line. And the way he says it. I mean, there's just something to the delivery where it's like, yeah, I know. I'm still gonna take some pride both in the work and the line. That's 2. Actually, there may be a specific order because I realized they look different. I think you're on the right and you're in the middle. So we're looking for another. It's likely, no, it's not you. But we can't do much of anything until we find that last one. Gaming chair in the hall closet?
Budge. I have to go around.
For a second I thought we could maybe use this to climb up, but no such luck. Alright people, let's start the hunt. There's another elephant around here, and we've got to find it. Perhaps on this shelf? No. What can we see from this window? Not much. Honestly, it's so different, I can't even tell if this is the same basic architecture as the first time we did this. I mean, there's some things I recognize, but it's just so different now. Okay. Time for the proton pack. There we go. Melts off those stubborn stains from a distance. Anything else? Looks like we got it. However, do you... Ooh. Now you're interesting. There's parts of you cut out, possibly meant to reveal something in particular? Where is that third elephant? Somebody tried to press the panic button. 8190. There we go. I love that little chime sound whenever you get something right. Oh my god. Who built this? The same company that built the Spencer Mansion from Resident Evil? Only 1% of people will be able to solve this. Okay, so it's one of those logic puzzles where we need to figure out the given value of each of these. So the thing that acts as our rubric is Cleo. So that's 3 plus 3 plus 3 equals 9. All right, we know your value right off the bat. So that means that 3 plus 2 of these things minus 1 of those things is 7. So that would be 4, right? This thing would have to be worth 4 because 4 is 8. So 3 plus 8 would be 11 minus 4 equals 7. So 3, 4. Now as for you guys, what minus 4 equals 8? 12. You're worth 12. So let's see, that would be 1, 2, 3, 4. Are you kidding me? If that's actually it.
Easy.
Oh my god. Can you imagine if I had gotten, like, stuck on this for a long time, how pissed I would be? Alright, there we go. Yeah, that's me half the time in puzzles. Have I mentioned just how absolutely in love I am with this game's sense of humor? And the sense of humor is one more thing it gets to absolutely reach for the stars with in the nightmare mode. Looks like Kitty ran through this crime scene as well. I just realized we've done basically everything down here without the help of buckets. So let's go get one. Oops. These levels are so pretty to look at, seriously. See, the cool thing about Nightmare Mode is that, sure, I might struggle to think of, like, random, unrelated things to talk about, but the puzzles give me plenty to talk about themselves. That was a terrifying sound, slash door squeaking shut. We can open this from the other side, and we have access to our vehicle. In you go. Let's make sure that all of these are marked with regulation markings, otherwise they wouldn't be safe. And we wouldn't want anything here to be unsafe. So you can get away with having something made out of blood here, because by the time you get here, you will have already solved the corresponding puzzle. Driveway cleaned. Now we just gotta get rid of garbage bags. Such as yourself, sir. Are we meant to get in the garage? It looks like we are. Where more puzzles await. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but we can interact. Oh, I see. Oh, look at that. We need to make sure that the corresponding number is revealed. Zero 4. This last one might be a bit tougher. 7048. They really went all out with this one. A static cross. Got it in one. Nice.
Easy peasy.
And here's the final elephant. You find solutions in the most unexpected places, don't you? Alright, come in with me. I spent so much time pressing E in this level because there's so many interactives that I end up completely forgetting that I can click to pick stuff up. There you go. And there you go. Everything's a puzzle inside a puzzle, but it's done in such a way where it doesn't feel annoying at all. Still no access. You're stuck by something. Hey, if I remember rightly, wasn't this the basement where we found a huge stack of cash, but it turned out to all be rubles and basically worthless? I remember. Oh, hey, it's back. Unfortunately, not even in my dreams is that worth something. Okay, we've got a lot of reading to do. Laura Levine. If you could introduce yourself to our readers in just 1 or 2 sentences. Mark Castle says, I'm a family man who still has many friends even though he's 46. Is that the reason your app is called Friends and Family? Yeah, pretty much. My family is definitely the most important thing to me. I'm happily married, I have two really wonderful, inspiring kids. As for my friends, I still appreciate every conversation we have, every meeting, both online and offline. They're amazing. Knife My Wife by O.J. Simpson. Hey Edgelord, just take the edge off. A complete guide to becoming a joyful nihilist. Fitness Disinformer. And Microwave Magic. I wonder if these are going to be the clue to something. A blue circle on this screen. And more lore.
This whole place is rotten down to the foundations. What do you make of it, boss?
Their daughter wanted to summon the bucket. She thought it would be funny.
What won't kids do these days just to get out of the house?
There's our work crew again. And there's our worthless cash. I'm still gonna take it off. Actually, this is the first time we've had the opportunity to steal something for dollars in a dream, even if it is realistically priced. Hey, we had to! Looks like there's a number revealed at the bottom of all this. 7. Okay, well I'm still gonna take the rest. We can even leave some floating from the look of it. I see you up there, mice. Alright, so it's gonna be darts, cue ball, cash, knives. Well, the cash was 7. Darts, I see 1 dart on the board. Okay, cue balls. Well, the knives obviously count for something. But then there's... unless the dart is the space that it's on. 9. 9. Yes, okay. So that makes sense. 9. Nope. 4. Oh, because it's the missing one, obviously. Okay, well, so 9, 4, 7. What counts as a knife here? Do the edge ones count? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Could add up to 3 more. 9, 4, 7, 5. Five. There we go. There were 2 more in the shadows.
Right into the bucket.
You're partly broken. So we're gonna have to destroy you, which is a shame, because boxes are some of the most difficult to transport items in the game when fully disassembled. There we go. All our garbage bags for this level are down here. And there's our next door handle. There's also a whole lot of cocaine down here, which we can't do anything with. That's our curse from this nightmare. You know, I have nightmares like that all the time. Like, I'll be in this dream version of this psych hospital that I always explore, many videos on the channel. So it'll be a place with maybe some security, maybe even more than in real life, but a whole lot of buildings, and they're all huge, and they're all interesting. And I'll always have that problem of either I won't have a camera, or I will have it, and it'll be too much to actually catalog it all. Like, it's just so much to document, and I know I can't get to it. I haven't actually been exploring in so long. I was actually thinking of doing something that I did a while back before the channel took off, which is just kind of posting, like, mostly unedited footage, as unedited as it can be. Because I do edit those Urbex videos to be sort of an experience, but I do still have all the raw footage. And so if you want something that's just a little more follow us around-y, I don't know, maybe there's interest in that. What have I done with me buckets? We're coming this way. We've actually reached the point where we're not finding a tremendous amount of blood anymore. It's all in the puzzles, but this is a really engaging level. It's like the cleaning is almost an afterthought. Oops. Oh, hey, we found some bloody cushions. I keep forgetting that I can walk on the floors now. Let's grab another of these. Now look at you. You're another part to that painting, and you're missing a different segment, so surely when these things align, we'll get an answer. What did I do with that bucket? There it is.
Just think of the money. Think of the money.
I don't know if I ever actually heard that line during the course of normal gameplay, and that's really interesting because, I mean, this is where you rationalize things to yourself. The dream is where you try and put it all together, and it's where we see your inner monologue more honestly than we normally do. That's what you tell yourself all the time. Still though, imagine if this campaign had something like Hard Space Shipbreaker, because that's another job sim that is like one of my favorites in the genre. And I love the idea of, you know, you're playing the campaign, you're trying to absolve your debt, but afterwards, when all is said and done, you can continue to make a profit. Maybe a bit out of character, I don't know. Okay, where could we find more of these guys? There was one over here. Gotcha. Oh man, I'm gonna knock over so many things with this. We can put you, but it's not gonna be there. It's gonna be there. Or there. It's gonna be one of you twos. I'm going silent again. I need to... So back onto what I was saying before, because I have a really hard time just speaking completely randomly. Like when I need to talk about just like whatever, I completely freeze up. It's like being asked your favorite foods. Suddenly, I don't know. There's a key right there. Almost like it was inside a vase or something that was smashed. You're quite bloody. But anyways, on to what I was saying before about how I'm like juggling like a bunch of different series right now. Somebody asked me like, how is it even possible for you to do all that? Like, do you sleep at all? And the answer is, when I do, it's involuntary. Some of you guys can go any which way. You just need to try a bunch of different combinations, I think. You're in there. Now we have a key. We did just pick up a key, right? Does that not go to this? I don't see what else it could go to. Well, except for that. There we go. So we'll come back to you in a bit. Puzzle solutions. It's all the puzzle solutions, so are we to understand that this is where that one security guard who made all these puzzles came up with them? Or at least where they revel in the memory. Okay, you can go right here. Come on, I know you go there. We've got 2 cushions, and you're going to accept them because you don't have a choice. This was over there. I hate these vases, because I never want to go back where they're from. And it starts a whole chain reaction when you try to move them. Their physics are really screwed up. You probably go back over here. Perfect. Our main sin right now is we're leaving garbage bags everywhere, but we've opened this from the other side. I hadn't even realized these were connected. Makes things much easier, though. Yep. Another one for the truck. 4, 5. But yeah, under what I was saying before about how I'm just juggling like 5 different series right now, in addition to all the regular uploads and like the longer term stuff I'm working on. Like my sleep schedule is basically wake up, probably work until I can't anymore, maybe get an hour or so to talk in Discord or play a game I like. And then at some point during that, I'll probably eat, and at some point during that, I'll lie down for a second and end up sleeping. I so rarely choose to sleep, because sleep is a waste of time. Sleep is cutting into my hours, man. And there's always something to do. Like, it's bizarre. Because if you had told me how much of a backlog I would have had 3 years ago, I would have said, dude, you never have to work again. What are you talking about? I actually missed the blood here. Crime scene cleaner's job is never done. Because, I mean, I know I've mentioned this a million times, but it used to be I would upload like 3 or maybe 4 videos a week if I had something extra. And I was mostly making those videos like day by day. Some of them would be done a few hours before they came out. Now I have a huge backlog, but I'm way more conscious of like the algorithm and having to keep things up. So I know like, okay, well I'm doing this series and I never abandon a series, but this is gonna have to be like, this is gonna have to be doubled up with something else in order to keep the numbers going. Or like, okay, I would like to do a one-off on the end of this day, but in this day, it's not really the best place for it, so I'll have to do something else. Oh, a developer just gave me a game. I want to get to that as quickly as possible, so that's going to have to get done, like, now. And that'll displace something else. And so that's how you end up with, like, backlog videos that just sit for months and months and months. I have stuff recorded in, like, January. I probably have stuff recorded last year that's still sitting. And so it's in this weird place where I could take weeks off if I wanted, and yet I never feel like I can take a moment off. I'm always rushing to get something out by tomorrow. But that's just YouTube. That's kind of creepy. I mean, I know it's just a technical limitation, but the glass reflections are pre-rendered, so it can still see the blood. I gotta work out where we're doing this. I'm missing a key. And do I have the information to put in one of these keypads? Because there's 2 keypads. There's that one to open the door to the living room. And then there's this here safe back here. But maybe we do have what we need. 4, 9, 5, 4? No. Let's see if we're close. No. The first one is 9. So we're starting with you. 9, 5, 4... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 9, 5, 4, 6. Let's try that. 9, 5, 4, 6. There we go.
I'm
getting us the key, which I bet is to this cabinet, and everything falls into place at once. Okay. So here's where we need to logic this out. You guys are interchangeable, but you can't go in the middle. Nor can you go there, so you must be on the right. You can't be on the left, so you must be in the middle, which means you must be on the left, giving us our code 1408. I love logic puzzles like... Actually, wait though. Because these can be moved, these can be broken. What would happen if we had? I don't think there was any blood near them to tempt that outcome. But is it possible to make this level unwinnable if you destroy this? What would happen? I suppose we should at least pick up this broken... Oh, I see. There is a contingency. It'll just tell you it's hidden by these things. Alright, they thought of that. They thought of that. 1408. I wonder if that's a Stephen King reference. The number does seem to appear in a lot of places.
Easy peasy.
Well, don't count your ducks before they quack. We are in. This is so interesting. Because the longer this goes on, the more I am convinced that there really is just the one body. The one that slipped through our fingers right at the very beginning. And maybe that's how Kowalski feels going through all of this. I mean, I know you could say that for literally anything. But it's something that slipped through our fingers. It's us chasing this one goal and wading through a river of blood in order to do it. And in this case, it's one who may represent our daughter. Okay, secret room discovered. Wow, I've got my work cut out for me, huh? Thankfully the mop seems to work fine here, but we're gonna have to get out the power washer. I don't think yield mop is gonna cut it here. There might have been some blood on the ground still. Patterns on the floor make it so difficult to tell. Yep. Of course, before this is all over, we're going to end up doing another pass with the UV. But yeah, it's super stressful doing YouTube, like more than you would think. And the thing is, like, I'm not even struggling. Like, I am perfectly fine. I'm at the point where, like, I would love to buy a house, and I could potentially do it. That's crazy in just like a couple years of doing YouTube. But at the same time, like, I just kind of live my life knowing that that could all be gone at any time, and so I try to just like maximize everything all the time. That's a stressful way of doing it. But the crazy thing is, even when I do get my work done early, what I end up finding is that I don't want to do anything but work. Like, I don't know what to do when I'm not being productive. It's a weird mindset that I've gotten into. But I'm also acknowledging that a lot of this is self-inflicted. Like, because when I have downtime, when I truly, like, get everything I need to do for the day done, I can really only use that time to get further ahead. Like, the mindset just doesn't exist in me anymore to slack off and do nothing. But that doesn't mean I don't have longer-term ideas. Like, for example, I was talking just the other day with my brother about potentially doing, like, live-action horror shorts. And we have a couple that we could actually quite easily film without really interrupting anything. Because look, he works in film, we have tons of equipment, so we have all this knowledge of, like, how to make things look and feel good on, like, a technical perspective. We've got the equipment between us, we've got, like, the skills and some knowledge and just best practices for how to make something like this come together logistically. Which I think is something we can bring to the table that, like, a lot of channels just don't have. It's just a matter of time and freedom. Because it's like, the one thing I've learned, even in trying to coordinate fun stuff, is, as an adult, good luck getting other adults to get together for anything. Like, there's so many moving parts that have to line up. But yeah, the idea of doing horror shorts is something that like really appeals to me because we've got some really great ideas. Okay, that's you done. We've got to stay on the lookout for cushions.
What's happening? Why is the whole house humming?
It's probably our daughter's way of getting back at us. No reason to panic.
It's trying to get inside!
Summoned a demon as a way to get back at them. Or whatever that thing was. What do you even call that? Okay. How are we getting at you? The answer is the culmination of all the TVs.
What is that even for?
Oh, I get it. We need to match you. We need to match you with what you were. Well, I know the circle was static. Or no. The circle was blue, the cross was static. The heart may have been pink. The star was orange.
I'm in.
There we go. But that didn't open the secret passage, it only opened these doors. We can collect that body now. And look, the place that was the bloodiest of messes, now the most pristine. Yeah, there's a box up here. Wonder what that's about. It's not even telling us to get rid of the blood.
Call it a soft landing.
Did you have to take the whole table with you? Alright, come with us. All this for one body. This is maybe the most intricate and complex level we played in the entire game in both modes. And yet the job is simpler than ever. We still open the bed we can. Alright, let's take you out there and see if we missed anything. Otherwise, I think this one's gonna be all about bagging you up. But as I was saying before, like, we've done film stuff on the channel, if you haven't seen. I mean, in short bursts. Like, the biggest example would probably be when we shot the intro to the Stalker Called Pripyat series. I've always wanted to get back into doing stuff like that because I feel like that's the kind of thing that makes you stand out as a channel. It's just that that daily upload schedule, while definitely bringing me much good fortune, also makes it a lot harder to do stuff like that. Maybe I should, you know? I mean, there's some scheduled time off coming up, but maybe I could also take some time off to do stuff that is not only good for the channel, but is also fun like that. Because that's what's really memorable. When I did the green screen segments for a recent Gary's Mod video, that was like a lot of the comments were about that. And I think that goes to show it sticks in people's minds. And you just gotta try different things a lot of the time, see what sticks with people. I realize now that that box that was on top of there was part of a puzzle. I was kind of suspecting that even just from the texture, but it seems what we're trying to do is complete this. Wait. Nope. I'm just glad it didn't break something. A locked door there. And some ducks having a romantic picnic in front of an Easter Island head. Ah, next to another piece of the puzzle. And some more basketballs. Oh, I see. Come on now. We can do this. I swear, this is just going to turn out to be an optional thing, isn't it? I can easily see myself spending way too much time on this.
From way downtown.
Sure. That totally made it. Look, I'm not going to look a gift trigger in the mouth. We can put these wherever we want them. You don't go there. Oh no, I was completely wrong about this. There we go. You probably don't go there. Nor you there. Use the face. Use the face as reference material. I was thinking something planetary, and then seeing the images of the basketballs made me think that even further. But not so. Forget everything you know about constructing this mural. Are there any other pieces? That probably is the tail. Probably goes like down there somewhere. Is there anything that looks beakish in all this? Everything's getting in the way. No, there's got to be more around here, right? Ah, we can drain the pool. I thought I saw a couple in there. There we go. What I want is a better look at that demon that was summoned. Come on, place you there. It's getting harder and harder. Maybe you guys actually need to be on the ground, though. This is actually not the easiest thing to work with. I think you go there. You down there. The more we have confirmed, the easier it will be to put the rest into place. You there. We're getting somewhere. There's one more in the pool. We're not done. That's the rest of your beak. Ah, there's one up there that I just saw. Want to put it in. They really had fun with this level, didn't they? A completely black square. That's going to go in the top right. We're still missing 4 of them, though. Where can one find more pieces? Should be able to get somewhere by getting up high. Oh, there's another. Right there on the table. We can probably use Q to find some more if we have to. But I prefer the hunt. I'm not out of ideas yet. Only 3 more. There's one over by the door. Probably saw some of these before I knew that this was a puzzle. And there's the final. Okay. There. Actually, wait, there's still maybe one more. Depends on if they leave one space blank. Nope, there's one more. And why would they leave a space blank? I'm thinking of a sliding box puzzle. Thank goodness it's not one of those. Oh, there's one of the cushions. Now we only need one more. Add it to the list of things we only need one more of. I'm not seeing that last one. It really was that simple, finding the one that doesn't belong. Let's get the last of it. This may well be the last blood on the map. It wasn't. But once more, lifting something reveals something cool. There's the button to open that from this side. What's your deal? Dude, I just cannot find this last box, and it's really holding me up right now. Where can it possibly be? I was kind of hoping it would be behind that door, but it wasn't. I'm not seeing anything anywhere. There it is. It's all the way up there. We're gonna have to do a little bit of platforming to find it. Wait, so that means this isn't just a wall. It's an interior, one which will hopefully be unlocked like this. Amber. I'm quite shocked. I really thought the last bit of this would be in that safe upstairs. Well, I think we're mostly done now. Aside from some furniture that needs to be put back, and apparently there's still blood. I would wager that all of that belongs to in the kitchen. What have I done with that UV lamp? You're coming with me. I was so focused on the puzzles. This one is going to be a heck of a cleanup. Well, there's some blood right there. Some blood all over. Oh yeah, this is the stuff we need the UV for. And all the blood is gone. You can go there. And on this floor, that should be everything. Well, except for that safe, which we are going to come back for, because I'm not leaving here without 100%. Grab you. There's still plenty more furniture, which needs rearranging. And by plenty, I mean 2 pieces. This level has been so cool because, like, there's always something to solve in front of you. It's just so densely saturated in puzzles that you never get frustrated. You always feel like you're solving something. They're not that difficult to begin with, sure, but it's also able to play the longer game to the point where by the time you get to a puzzle, by the time you know it's a puzzle, that's when you realize you've been collecting the solution all along. The rest is proving a bit more complicated. I don't even know what I'm doing looking out here. There's still a cushion on the loose. Oh, and it was right in here. I should have known. Just one more thing. And it's the gaming chair. I shoulda knowed. There we go. Now, I've got to go see a man about a duck. Gobble, whistle, hen, hawk. Nope. Gobble. Look. Gobble, whistle, hen, hawk. Wow, that was surprisingly easy. That's where my additional ducks were. Get in the friggin' basket, pieces of crap. Ended up brute forcing it because I assumed, because of all this, that was where the music box would be. Whatever, I guess this brought us close enough that we didn't have to. So I think that's this place done then. This is definitely one of my favorite levels in the game now. Like, it's got replayability all its own. I'm just gonna do another quick run around to make sure I got everything, but I'm pretty sure that was everything. No, it was not, and this is why we do a look around. Oh, there it is, in amidst the patterns. It was hard to see. Alright, now that's gotta be everything. Well, I'm pretty sure that's 100%, but at the very least, we're gonna be getting the music box. Unless there's still evidence somewhere, which is always a possibility. I never did quite figure out what that pink triangle in the secret room was all about, though. Excellent. It even counted the absolute worthless rubles. Worthless in this case because they were dream rubles. They were worth about $1 a stack in the real game. And we've unlocked the boxing gloves. Is that another set of hands? Well, there we go. Our ghostly collection continues to grow. And I guess that's all. Let's have a look in our skins, see just what it is we got. Not an outfit. So what is it then? The boxing gloves are for our sponges. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whose space are you gonna smash with it? Could only be better if they were Hulk hands, huh? Friendly fire. Oh, that's our friend's apartment. Okay, so this is going to be a bit of a personal case. Ah, the nightmare version of that. I had forgotten that this was a mission. I guess that's the good thing about being so far removed from it. Well, we're definitely going to have some personal stakes in this one, but that'll have to wait until next time.
Who's a good boy? Who's not working for a mob?
Until then, if you like this video, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more creepy and comfy content. If you have any ideas for other videos you think I should do, the best place to suggest that will be at the Discord, which I will link in the description. If you want to try this game out for yourself, the link will also be in the description. If you want to support me on Patreon, that link will be in the description. And as always, I will see you in the next one.